everyone, my name's Ahnna and it is Earth Day today. Because it's Earth Day, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to be more eco-friendly and lower your environmental impact. Now I'm sure you've heard some of these before, but I've tried to throw in a couple of less common ones as well. Number 1. Time your showers and try to shorten them. In general, 1 minute of showering uses 2 gallons of water. So by shortening your showers by just 1 minute on average, you can save over 700 gallons of water per year. This measure is also free and will end up saving you money in the long run. There's no losers. Number 2, you can repair things instead of replacing them. For example, if your phone battery doesn't charge anymore, just replace the battery instead of getting a completely new phone. This produces a lot less waste, and most of the time will end up being more cost-effective anyways. So again, there's no real loser. Number 3, I'm sure has been drilled into your head a million times before, but it's really important. Turn off your lights. Empty rooms don't need lights on, and if it's daytime, you can just open up your blinds instead of turning on your overhead lights or lamps. Personally, I like the way natural light looks and feels more anyways, so this is something that comes pretty easily to me. And once you get into the habit of it, you don't even think about it, you just automatically turn off your lights. Once again, there's no loser here, because in the end, it'll save you money on your electric bills. Number 4 is one that's a bit less talked about than the other ones that I've already mentioned. It is avoiding unnecessary packaging, especially in food. Try to find products that have less packaging on them. One way you can reduce the amount of waste you produce with food packaging is to bring your own reusable cup to Starbucks and other coffee shops. Most of them will fill a clean, reusable cup, and sometimes they even have a discount. Another thing that you can do to reduce your amount of packaging is to bring your own reusable bags for fruits and vegetables when you buy them at the grocery store. That way you can avoid using those plastic bags that they have available. If you do buy something that has packaging, see if there's a way that you can repurpose it. For example, you can wash and reuse plastic takeout containers and anything that comes in a glass jar, and you can reuse these containers for food storage or for other storage purposes around your house. However, if you're using a plastic container for storing food, make sure it's not plastic number 3, 6, or 7, since those kinds of plastic can leach chemicals into your food if used long term. Point number 5. If you can't avoid packaging completely, try buying things that are packaged in metal, glass, and paper instead of in plastic, and then recycle the packaging if you're not reusing it. Metal and glass can actually be recycled infinite amount of times without breaking down, and paper can be recycled 5 to 7 times before the fibers break down so much that it can't be recycled again. However, plastic can only be recycled 0 to 1 times. Number 6 is a way to ensure that you can avoid food packaging completely. Try growing your own food this summer. There are tons of kinds of vegetables and herbs that are really easy to grow and don't require that much space or care. Not only is this step eco-friendly, it can also be really fun and relaxing. And at the end, you have a product that's so much better than what you would buy in stores. My next tip is to buy reused. From furniture to clothing, there are all kinds of things that you can buy reused, and they're perfectly good. Plus, buying reused is generally a lot cheaper than buying things new. If you're looking to buy used clothing, I would definitely recommend an app called Poshmark. They have all kinds of clothing and shoes and accessories. In the fall, I bought a pair of boots off Poshmark, and they had only been worn once and were in perfect condition, and I ended up saving $50 versus if I had bought them new. Another way you can be more green is by supporting companies that have environmental policies put into place. For example, as I mentioned earlier, Starbucks encourages their customers to bring in reusable cups for their drinks. But if you get a disposable cup from Starbucks, it's made out of 10% recycled materials. Another company that's really eco-friendly is Nike. They have an entire sustainable line and they invest in renewable energy. And yet another eco-friendly company is, surprisingly, Dell. The company is completely carbon neutral, meaning that they have a 0 carbon footprint. There are a ton more companies that have environmental policies put into place as well. If you're curious if a company that you like has an environmental policy that you would support, most of the time they're available online. So there you have it. Some ways that you can start being more environmentally friendly this Earth Day. If you have any more tips for how to be more environmentally friendly, leave them in the comments and let me know what kind of things you do in your everyday life to reduce your impact on the planet. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe even a comment. And if you want to see more of my videos, you can go ahead and subscribe. See you later! April 22nd also happens to be the anniversary of when the first Shrek movie came out, so remember, tonight, go out, get Shreked. I hate myself. Ugh.